Biden undoing Trump's legacy, one pen stroke at a time. In his first week in office, President Joe Biden has rolled out a wave of executive orders to fulfill a roster of campaign promises, underscoring just how easy it is to reverse some of the policies of his predecessor, Donald Trump. As of Wednesday morning, Biden has cranked up some 40 executive orders, nearly half of them overturning Trump mandates. With one stroke of the pen, the United States rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, and with another, Biden blocked funds for a border wall with Mexico. On Wednesday, he planned to sign orders canceling new oil and gas leases on federal lands and making climate change a national security priority. Trump counted among his enduring achievements his 2017 tax reform bill in Congress and his appointment of 3 Supreme Court justices. Many of his other signature actions were enacted via executive order, making them vulnerable to rapid reversal. Some had rolled back actions of his predecessor, Barack Obama. Biden is going through a lot of the Trump agenda and dismantling it because Trump's agenda was put into place this way, said Julian Zelizer, a presidential historian at Princeton University. So, it's kind of a very transitional way to govern, he said. U.S. presidents since George Washington had enacted executive orders for policy changes, big and small. Recent administrations had leaned heavily on them for meaningful, controversial changes in the face of stiff partisan opposition in Congress. Biden's executive actions are sure to prompt fresh court battles or reignite existing ones, just as Trump's did. Absent congressional legislation that cements the policy into law, the conservative-leaning Supreme Court could have the final say. The transitionary governance compliance, long-term planning for issues like climate change and gives U.S. companies heartburn. Our industry measures commitment in decades with very large capital investments to be utilized over many decades. So a wide whipsaw approach is not conducive to that, said Derek Morgan, a senior vice president for federal and regulatory affairs at American Fuel and Petrometal manufactures, the nation's largest refining trade group. The refining group and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the country's biggest and most influenced business lobby, are begging Congress to make laws instead. There are early signs Trump's fellow Republicans may balk at partnering on legislation with Biden's fellow Democrats, who narrowly control the Senate and House of Representatives. Phil Scolaro, who served as Democratic President Barack Obama's Director of Legislative Affairs, said Obama only began relying on executive orders after Democrats lost the House.